Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back. I got something special for you today, something I've seen for years and years and years. People have always been asking and trying to figure out, wondering about, is a better air filter for the factory M35A2 breather box. Okay, you know, the factory filter, they're getting harder to find. They're kind of expensive. They're up there around 70, 80 bucks now. You know, they're not really reusable, and the airflow kind of sucks through them. You know, like, what, 420 CFM or something ridiculous. It's super low, stupid. So people have been for years trying to figure out an alternative, even going to the extent of changing the filter box and everything all together, putting one on the fender or whatnot, which is what I'm doing with the Cummins anyway, because I can't fit the factory air box in there anyway. But the air filter I did get that I'm going to use actually will work with the factory box, and I wanted to show you about that today. Now, the filter I got comes from Powerdriven Diesel. It is a filter that is offered exclusively by them, completely reusable. You don't have to wash it, you don't have to oil it. Since it's a synthetic media, you just blow it out with compressed air every once in a while, and it's good for a lifetime unless you smash it or something. And I actually seen in their testing a 200 and something pound dude sit on it, and it didn't deform at all. So they're a good tough filter. They run right at $80 to $90. In fact, this one that you will need is $90. But Powerdriven runs sales all the time. Now, I should tell you that this video has not been sponsored or anything by them. They don't sponsor me at all, but I trust them. You know, they put a lot of videos out there. They seem to know what they're doing. Their products are good, and I just want to give them kind of a shout out, because they do good work, and they are still developing new products for 12 valve stuff. So now this filter, like I said, will work with your multi-fuel. I don't know the CFM rating on this filter. They don't put that on their website, but if you call them, tell them your application, they'll probably, tell you what it is. So let me show you what we got going on here. We have factory reduced filter box sitting up on here for me to show you. And let me see, let me get my little flashlight out of my pocket here. There's a couple of ways you can run this filter, and I'll explain that in just a second when I show you this. So, you look in here, see the filter actually is sitting directly on the original filter support. Now this is the Powerdriven Diesel Dust Bowl filter. They have two different kinds. There's a performance line and a dust bowl line. Performance line flows more but doesn't catch as much. The dust bowl filter is made for trucks that spend a lot of time in dirty environments, dusty areas, stuff like that. So this particular one has a 5.5 inch inlet and a 7-inch length. So when you order this filter, and I'll put a link to the filter page in the description of this video, when you order, you can choose your inlet size from like 4 inch all the way up to 6 inch. This, you will need a 5.5 inch inlet, and in this application, a 7-inch length. That's what I've got in here. So let me pull this off. Now, this is what we've got. It's a really nice filter. It's reinforced inside and out. Apparently they're real good about not collapsing even if they get dirty. So it actually fits on pretty snug, but my suggestion, if you're going to do this, you see, and it's got ribs on there. If you're going to run it just like this and you're not worried about utilizing this little portion, you don't need to do anything. Just stick it on there and clamp it on. But if you want to run the 9-inch long filter for more airflow, you'll have to come in here in the air box and actually cut this out. Drill the spot welds, or otherwise just use a cut-off wheel and chop that whole thing out of there, so you'll have the extra length. But you can run the 9-inch filter without that, or you can cut that out and you can allow the filtration here to breathe. But if you do that, you won't have the support for the end there. So what you'll want to do is probably take an angle grinder or something with a cutoff wheel and just go around here carefully and cut a groove in it. Just, you know, 1/8 of an inch deep. Just something for the rubber to actually mash itself into and grab when you clamp it on. And you know, as far as anything else as far as airflow after that, I mean, you can put a filter in here that'll flow 10,000 CFM. What you're going to be limited by is the 3.5 inch outlet there. So I don't know how much the box itself will flow. Probably not as much as that filter, but it is an option for you. It's definitely going to flow more than the stock Deuce filter did, and it's about the same price and infinitely reusable. So just a new great option out there offered by those guys. I don't think they know about me and my channel and all this shit at all, but you know, they definitely, I've bought parts from them before and never been displeased with it. So yeah, put the link in the description. Guys, if you would, also don't forget to check out our sponsors. Their information is in the description below. So if you need you know, surplus parts or paint, you'll want to look at Big Mike's for parts and ratcoparts.com for your paints, which actually this thing, I was going to repaint it, and then I figured out I couldn't use this box in this application anymore. So yeah, no secret anymore. That's the filter I'm using. I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing with that real soon. I just got to get around to it. I still got a lot of shit to do, and I'm trying to catch up. So appreciate you watching, guys. If you would, please like and subscribe. You guys that have donated to the channel, you guys are a godsend. You really don't understand how much this helps. So I know I keep saying this, but I've got a little bit of money put back now. So if I can get, you know, a certain amount of more donations, I actually want to get a real good camera instead of just dicking around with the phone. So be a lot better quality videos for you guys too, and as a lot of other things I can start doing. So you guys are awesome. You know who you are. I appreciate you. If any of you newer subscribers would like to donate, the information for that is also in the description. And you know, you don't have to, not pressuring you. If you do, it's awesome. Every little bit helps. $1, $10, whatever, I don't care. Just know that it isn't taken for granted. So I try to help you guys, and I do appreciate whatever help I can get in return. So anyway, enough of my bullshitting. I gotta get this place cleaned up a little so I can do some more work. And apparently we have another hurricane coming in, which is really cool. So later, guys.